minutes.
Oh, yes.
Odd minutes. Okay, here we go. And Blackson Inc., as I understand it, held a liquor license at the premises located at 217 Broadway, Santa Monica, commonly known as the Lightning Room.
That's right.
Now, did the Lightning Room employ Patrick William McCarthy, the gentleman who was just on the stand a moment ago,
That's true.
as a bartender? Is that right?
That's right.
To your knowledge, was he on duty February 17, 2004?
Now, wait just a minute so that I get myself oriented. Blackson Corporation had the liquor license,
That is true.
and it operated the cafe or restaurant and bar?
That's right.
All right.
That's not completely conceded.
What?
There is another issue here as to whether or not he may be the same person as Blackson Inc.
No, the alter ego issue was stricken.
I didn't say alter ego. I said whether he is the same. But in any event, the liquor license was held in a corporate name, Blackson Inc., on the date we are talking about?
That's true.
All right. Now, does Blackson Inc. have a managing director or manager?
Besides myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is that?
Mel Thompson.
By the way, there is another bar, the Gilded Cage, that's under the same liquor license?
There was at that time, yes.
Was at that time?
Uh-huh.
Is there a separate license there?
No, we have closed it.
It was closed?
We lost the lease.
It was being operated at the time of the events here?
Yes, it was in the same hotel building, and we had 2 bars under the one roof.
Oh, I see.
So it was just all the same company, but used the Gilded Cage as a rumpus room or something. It was all one business.
Was there a separate bar in the Gilded Cage?
Yes.
Was there a separate bartender in the Gilded Cage?
Yes.
What was his name?
That night,
Yes, on February 17th.
I am sure I couldn't remember.
Now, let me understand. You operated a hotel, did you?
No, the hotel is operated, if I could try to explain to you, the state law is that you buy one liquor license under one roof. If you have a bar serve liquor anywheres on these premises, you can. If you put a bar where people buy it, you have to pay an extra $5,000 a month for this. For instance, the Biltmore Hotel has one liquor license, but they have a license for each bar.
I see. Were these 2 bars in a hotel?
In a hotel, in the Carmel Hotel,
What hotel?
the Carmel Hotel, 2nd and Broadway.
I see. And the 2 bars were operated under the same license?
That's correct.
By this Blackson Corporation?
That's right.
Did this adjunct of the Lightning Room or this Gilded Cage, did it have a manager?
No, the one manager took care of all of it.
His name, as you stated, was Mel Thompson.
Thompson, yes.
What else did he do?
He played piano in the Lightning Room.
Where was the piano located in the Lightning Room with reference to the bar?
Well, the bar was there,
Where the table is?
where the table is, and the customers. The bartender was on that side where he is now, and the customers' stools was here. The piano bar would be just about where the flag is.
Would it be correct to say it was catacornered, or at least in that corner?
The front door would be coming in there, and it would probably be, what is that, about 12 feet to where the piano player sits, about 4 feet to where the person at the piano bar would sit watching the piano approximately. These are very close figures.
What were Mr. McCarthy's duties as bartender that night?
Just to be a bartender and serve the customers.
Dispense liquor.
Dispense liquor, that's right.
Now, did he have any further duties? Collect money from them?
Well, I hope so, yes, like any bartender. I mean, he sells the drinks and collects the money and rings it up.
Keep the customers happy?
Supposed to.
Put down any kind of disturbance which might arise?
Well, I don't know what you mean. If anybody got out of line, why, he'd tell them to be quiet or leave, yes.
Those were your instructions?
That was my instructions, to run an orderly house. If he had any trouble, to call the police.
What were Mr. Thompson's instructions that night? Maybe you didn't instruct him that night, but what were his duties that night?
Well, Mel makes the bags.
I didn't hear you.
He makes the bags. In other words, the bartender will start with a $1,500 bag. He comes to work, he counts his money and sees there is $1,500. He goes behind, relieves the other bartender, and goes to work. Somebody has to make that bag at 2 o'clock in the morning and put it in the envelope for the bookkeeping, for the regular bookkeeper to keep up. Sometimes the bartender draws $100. and he puts a slip in there, or ice comes in, or petty things we sell at the bar, or things like that, he will pay that out of the register to make the bag and start a new bank. That was his duties. He also, at the end of the week, did make the payroll. If a bartender didn't come to work, he would get one or go to work himself, just a manager of the operation.
He has, in general, overall supervision of the 2 bars.
That is correct. That is right. If they needed anything or wanted any advice, if I wasn't there, they talked to him, or he called me, but he was in command there at all times. He could hire and fire, put another man to work.